Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Speakingeazy Podcast. This is episode 3, and today I am joined with Sky and Thane from the Vadcat. Say hello, everyone.
What's up, guys?
Hello.
How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing good.
Nice.
Beautiful Saturday. Actually, can I complain really quick on the podcast?
I had to work.
Go ahead.
It's a
So,
couple hours
Thane, let me
work, though.
complain first, Thane, then you can complain, okay? So, usually it takes me about 10, 15 minutes to get home from work, all right? It's not like I work that far away. It took me 40 minutes to get home today. You want to know why? A football game. A football game. There were so many cars. It was horrible, and I was sad.
Dude,
So I guess
football is the worst.
Yeah, people like football. I don't know. I don't mind football. Football's cool, but like,
Football.
Whoa.
I thought
really
there was like
I
a
don't really
car
like
wreck
sports in
or I don't know. I didn't know what it was, and then I got home and I was like, looked up on the news, and it's like, yeah, there's a football game. Great.
And then, Thane, what
Anyway,
happened with
sorry.
you? It's all good. What happened with you, Thane?
It's really busy at work, and I didn't leave till like a half an hour later.
No. Dude,
I was
so
supposed to be off at 2, didn't get off till like around 2:30.
I still don't take...
Really bad.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone wants. Can we swear on this?
Yeah, no, of course.
Okay, everyone wants fucking Wendy's on Saturday.
Bunch of fucking idiots. I hate Wendy's. I hate Wendy's so much. I got it one time for my birthday. Never eaten there since. Ruined my whole birthday.
So, Thane, I got a question for you though. I don't think we've ever addressed this on our podcast, but do you still like eating Wendy's? I know that was like your favorite place before you started working there.
I still like eating at Wendy's. Sometimes I'll just get something from there.
So you working there hasn't tainted your love for Wendy's?
Not really. Actually, I appreciate more because it's cleaner than most places. Like they actually have a system that makes it cleaner. I mean, like yeah, it's like not 100% clean, but I mean, what kitchen is? There's always gonna be germs and shit in there.
Yeah. For me, so this entire weekend I've been working on a video for both my channel and school. And I went to the middle school and got permission to help my old drama teacher direct a play. And so every day I've gone through my high school classes, I go to my club, I do speech and debate, and then I go down to the middle school, help grade papers, then I go to the other side of the middle school and I help direct this play. We just got done doing callbacks. We finally organized a cast, which real quick, can I complain about just this town as a whole, dude? There was this person I really wanted to cast. We're doing a play called The Game of Myths, and essentially it's all the Greek gods putting together this like game, and whoever wins gets to be like essentially sit at the top of Mount Olympus. And there's this one girl I wanted to cast as Hermes, but because of the town I live in, which is like super like, you know, we couldn't, because Hermes isn't in the play. He's in a relationship with a female, and because the person I wanted to cast as Hermes, the drama teacher was all for it, but because of the town we live in, we couldn't. It was so saddening. But I finished this video last night, and I sit there for a second as it's exporting, and I'm like, no, wait a minute. What do I do this weekend? Because my entire week I've just been doing work, and then it comes to the weekend, I'm like, well, I was slumped for a minute. Then I realized, oh wait, I have anime.
Nice.
You guys both watch anime, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't watch it as much as I used to, but
Have either of
Oh.
y'all have either?
well, actually, I read a lot more manga now.
Nice. I've never read, I actually, no, that's not true. I've read one manga. I've read 1713, I think it was. Metamorphosis.
Oh Jesus!
Not a good experience.
I
Not
don't
a
know
fan.
anything about that one.
Oh, it's a really
You don't
cursed.
No,
It's really bad.
Well, it's cursed.
no,
Yeah.
it's a hentai.
It's a hentai manga, and it's not the cool kind of hentai either. It's the very bad, unpleasant kind.
Is there cool hentai?
Dude, I have this one save where this girl gets fucked by a fish, a tuna fish. Like I have this clip where like he's using like his fins, it's like turn over, and then at the end he's like sitting at the edge of the bed smoking a cigar, and he's like, that was good.
What the heck?
But have either of you guys seen Hagane?
Kagane
not.
I haven't seen. I've heard of it.
Oh, I watched it one time on YouTube when I was like 8 or 9. Probably for the best that I couldn't remember any of it because holy shit, that show is definitely not for 8 or 9-year-olds, to say the least. I'm watching it today, and I'm sure you guys have seen the show when I'm watching alone, the show when my parents come in meme, right?
Yeah.
That exact thing happened to me, where the second my mom and her boyfriend walk through the door, they just get a close-up on some girl's ass going, and I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to watch, man. Why you gotta do this to me? It was not enjoyable. It almost
You
happened.
know,
Oh, go ahead.
go ahead. No, finish.
I was gonna say it almost happened again when my 7-year-old little sister walked in, but I paused right before a scene change. I was like, "Oh, mm."
So for me, it's never been like there's never been any like really lewd, sexy scenes when my parents would walk in when I lived at home. But my parents would always walk in and be like, I was like, 17, 18. They're like, why are you watching Pokemon? As some dude's getting his head sliced off. And I'm just like, that's just because I like it.
Pokemon adult.
Yeah. Every anime that I would watch, they thought it was just Pokemon because of the art style.
My
So
my mom said the same thing. Except I was watching a Ghibli film. I don't remember which one, but it's like, what is this Pokemon? It's like, no.
It's the new
Every-
Pokemon
God
every
series.
dang
anime-
it, Mom.
Every anime that my parents or his parents go watch probably think it's Pokemon, even though it's like it shows like big fat titties.
It's
screen,
the
like,
it's the new Pokemon series, Pokemon Life and Death.
nice.
Oh.
Have you guys ever experienced any like done any performance in the theater?
No,
I-
like what, like some, like I was like really wacky kid. It's like, hey, Ethan, you're pretty wacky. You ever think of joining the theater club? And I was like, no, and I never did.
Oh,
Like honestly, if I tried, I'd probably be a terrible actor. I wouldn't probably remember my lines. Like if you see the behind the scenes on like Rad Cats, which is like we post them on Patreon, but like
We got a couple. We got a couple on YouTube.
okay.
Patreon, let's
yeah.
go.
Yeah. So yeah, if you look them up Patreon or YouTube, whatever, like you'll see like I screw up a lot on my lines. And the raw footage of my voice recordings, it's like 75% of it usually is like me just flubbing my lines.
Yeah,
I relate too well. I have a horrid stutter, so like half of the time that I like reset a line, it's because I started saying the first letter of one of the words 12 times. It's
Yeah.
not fun. But in relation to anime, it reminded me. One of the first times I watched your channel, it was Sky watching anime with his parents, and I remember commenting something to the effect of, on the next episode, I show my parents Boku No Pico.
Yeah, dude, I think
Ooh.
that comment got like 100. It's like 100 or 200 likes or something.
So pretty.
Legit. Let me go look. Let me see what he likes that comment got.
It's a pretty cool comment. Yeah, I think it got like at least 100 likes. It was something. I'll make sure to put it up over
Hey,
this.
you know what? You didn't threaten my parents' lives, so I appreciate you for that.
Has that happened before? I swear to God, if
Oh.
your parents don't watch child porn, I'm going to kill them.
It's like this makes me want to get a gun and shoot your parents. Like, what the crap?
That's
You got 174 comments. Let me just read, excuse me. Let me just read the comments. So you said that when's Boku no Pico coming out? I said,
Yeah,
yikes, I don't know about that one.
That was a
Somebody
pretty
said
cool
you gotta
comment.
show them. Oh God, hell no. Yeah, I appreciate you not threatening my parents like that. That makes me happy.
Of course, I'll make sure to do it
There's
next
a couple
time, though.
death
usually
threats in
those
there.
comments are just a bunch of edgy 12-year-olds with like
And the thing is, just quick side rant about this, is it's like my parents are almost 50. That makes me sad to say, but like, good lord.
And they've never seen Boku no Pico?
Yeah, can you believe that?
God, what a bunch of normies.
I've never seen Boku no Pico.
I
Anyway.
I failed to understand what it was one time. I read Shotokan and I didn't put two and two together. I thought it was like a slice of life anime. And I was so confused when I finally found it on Google. I was like, why are all the funny ads here? And then I watched them like, oh.
Yikes.
He's 10? What? I'm not sure if you've seen, but on the first episode of the podcast, I talked about Boku no Pico with co-host Scooby. And he's like, oh yeah, I've seen it. Very good. I love Boku. Like I had to yell at
Jeez.
him, bro. Stop. You can't say that anymore. If you go back,
Yikes.
which I don't suggest, if like I really don't. Oh my god, dude, my hair. What is this? I really don't suggest. But if you go to some of my earlier videos, I was so explicitly edgy. It just isn't funny. It's just not funny. Like you'd have
See,
me saying like in my first handful of videos, I'd throw slurs around like, oh dude, I am ashamed.
I mean, it happens, dude. People evolve. Like, I'm sure you could go back to even our earlier stuff because we've been doing YouTube for almost 10 years now. You know what I mean? Like, not only has culture changed since we started, like cultural norms, but it's just like we as YouTubers and people have evolved as well. So, like, I don't know, man. I people are allowed to change. That's all I'm
Yeah.
gonna say about that.
Yeah.
Well, like in one of our raw recordings we've had that never got released because it was bad. Like this guy, he just decided like we're closing out. It's like, well, that's great. See you, and he's like, yeah, see you later, N word. and then my friend at the time, our friend
Wait,
at the time,
like does he
his
say
cousin,
N word or does he like full out go and say it?
he says the N word with like a soft A.
Oh, that's
Who
so
said it?
cool. You did.
You did, Sky. You said it.
I don't remember this.
Guys,
Yeah, well, yeah,
I don't.
never
Ooh,
released.
getting
Like
a little
I think
sweaty.
it got deleted. And then our friend Brennan, who's like early on the channel, he said, "Sky, you're not supposed to say that. We can't edit this out because we didn't figure out how to edit stuff out." And it's like,
Oh, was
yeah,
this back when we first started?
yeah, it's back
Like, so it was like 2014.
yeah.
I mean, shame on me. I still shouldn't have said that. But like,
2014 when white guys could say the N word.
In fact, I'll call myself. I was doing Twitch stream of like one of the Yakuza games, and I was doing something. And I said yeah, and I dropped the N bomb. I'm like,
This the
nobody was watching
PewDiePie.
this time,
It's literally just
but
right now.
it
It's
was
just a link.
live, and somewhere there's the archive unlisted on my YouTube, but I did put in a playlist. So if you want to go find that,
Right now, it's just a podcast
please
of
don't
3
go
white
find it.
guys talking about the time they said the N word. I used to say the N word all the time.
yeah.
Shame on me. For me, I thought it was bad word, taboo word, haha, it's funny, like some real leafy shit. It was pathetic.
Yeah.
Thankfully, you know, my IQ has surpassed that of a toaster oven, so I don't say it anymore. And by the way, speaking of like low IQ, I'm not sure if you've ever heard me type, but I type like my words per minute lies at an average 80 words per minute. And because of this, I beat the shit out of my keyboard whenever I type. Like it sounds like I'm getting into a fist fight with plastic whenever I type. And so I'm stuck in freshman classes right now. And I'm in American history, and I'm zooming, I'm typing, bro. And this guy says, "Bro, why you hit your keyboard so fast? You got sausage fingers?" Which, as a side note, yes, but that's irrelevant. And so I look and I say, "No, it's because I have 80 words per minute." And he's like, with all the confidence in the world, he stares me dead in the eyes and he's like, "Can't you just type quieter?" Like, well, why didn't I think of that, dude? It's sad, bro.
Type quieter.
Yeah,
Nice.
just type quieter.
Nice.
You guys are using blue kiwis, right?
I
Yeah.
use cherry reds.
Oh, I'm not talking talking about
What are you talking about?
the microphone.
Oh,
Oh,
this?
Yeah, blue kiwi.
No. I think
Oh.
mine's an RCM02. I think it's a Rockville. Thane, do you have the same one as me?
yeah, it's a Rockville.
Rockville.
Nice.
Yeah.
They look the same. I was about to ask why blue kiwis are like $5,000. It's
Yeah, I can't afford that.
I can't really understand the prospect of using an XLR mic because from what I understand, they're like hundreds of dollars and they're absolute dog shit without a good interface.
That's the thing, dude. These mics are not expensive. This is a $50 mic.
Nice.
Like this is cheaper than a lot of USB mics. I think the Blue Snowball is actually $50.
It is.
That being said, you're right. It is not necessarily the mic, although it helps. It's all about your audio interface.
It's
If
both
you've got
of
a good
them.
one, yeah, if you
If-
got a good audio interface, you can have a dumpster mic and you'll be fine. Like even the mics we use on our podcast for our setup downstairs, they're like 30, 25, 30 bucks. So they're not expensive at all. But our audio interface is pretty good. It's like a $300 one. So
From what I've read, you can have an absolute dog shit mic and a good interface and it won't sound good. You can have a great mic and a shit interface and it won't sound good. It has to be together. It's so sad. Which is why I like
Yeah.
to stick to these really cheap mics.
I'll debunk that. I'll debunk that because our mics are not top of the
debunk
line at all.
debunk the
Yeah,
microphone theory.
Yeah, you can have if you have a good audio interface and an okay mic, you can get your audio to sound fine. But I've spent like 5 years trying to figure out audio because when I first started, dude, I bought every microphone I could find. I bought USBs, XLRs. I bought tons of interfaces, tons of different mics, just because I was so sick of having crappy audio. All you need really is if you get a good audio interface and an okay XLR mic, you're probably gonna be fine.
Dude, so I'm sure both of you've had this experience where you make something that sounds perfectly fine, above what you would hope for, actually. And then due to YouTube's audio compression, it sounds just like anything else. I used to edit on my PS4, and it is so saddening because I can hook up this exact same microphone, and I will sound significantly worse than I sound right now to you guys
Mm-hmm.
because of PlayStation's audio compression. It is so depressing. It's genuinely the worst.
Yeah, I don't recommend editing on anything other than a computer, but
Yeah.
I've never edited on a PlayStation, but I can't imagine
I
it's
even know you
great.
could.
That's what I used to edit all my videos on. That's what I edited the first half of the Life is Strange video on.
That's crazy.
Play-
That's crazy.
PlayStation editing is actually really good. It's just it's the audio compression that sucks balls on there, and it's only with microphones.
Yeah.
Oh, can I, dude, real quick, complain? I'm not sure if you guys fully watched through it, but at the end, I talk about how the Remastered was coming out at the end of September. The day, and I had it scheduled in advance. I finished it on a Saturday. I had it scheduled for a Thursday. I wake up Thursday. I open up Discord. I've been added in a server. I look at the it's an official post from Twitter that don't nod posts. I look at it and my heart shatters as it says that it's been delayed to early 22, the day of the video coming out, and I'm like,
Oof.
man, it's just isn't
Happens.
fair.
That was me when I heard Halo Infinite got
Delayed?
got delayed a whole year.
For a second I was gonna say, did it get canned?
No. Oh, I'd be sad if it got canned. There's no way they're so close.
That'll be a lot of money down the drain. That's apparently supposed to be like the most expensive game ever made.
Right now, the most
Halo
expensive...
Infinite?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
right now the most expensive game ever made is Cyberpunk 2077. It cost $317 million to make.
Let me look that up right now. I want to look up
It's
how
that
much.
broken? Wow.
Dude, I got into an argument with these kids in my class, and I hate it because 9 times out of 10, I'm right. This was one of those times. They're like, no, GTA 5 was the most expensive game ever made, and I was like, but no, GTA 5 cost $257 million to make, I believe, and then, like I said, Cyberpunk 2077 sits at a $317 million cost. It was,
I think that was mostly marketing for Cyberpunk because they marketed the hell out of it.
and look where that got them.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Like, maybe you should have spent some of that money to make a better game, but okay.
Yeah, Halo Infinite. They said it's estimated by the time it's done, $500 million.
Wowzer.
Wow.
That is
How many copies would you have to sell? Let me do this math really quick.
So if each game releases at
is like
$60,
And the campaign apparently has big enough levels to have like maps on. Or maybe it's just straight up open world, I'm not sure, but like
that a lot, okay? Over a couple thousand. God damn it, my pen fell. I'm gonna guess like a couple 10, 20,000 at least.
So if you got 60 copies, or excuse me, $60 and you sell 1 million copies, that's $60 million.
Oh wow, so they'd have to sell well over 10 million. No, not 10 million, because that would be 600 million. So
Hold on, is my math correct? So $60 a copy, and if you sold 1 million copies, you're at $60 million.
you could always just open you could always just open up a tab on Google and use a calculator.
That's what I'm doing right now, but I'm just stupid.
517 million divided by 60, and that'll give you the answer you need.
pretty sure this game's probably gonna sell over 10 million.
I think it's $6 million.
It's
No. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 100. 1, 2, 3, 100,000. 1, 2, 3, 1 million. No, that's right. Then 60 million. Yes.
They'll need to sell 60 million.
No, if they sell 1 million copies, it's 60 million. So if they sold 10 million,
That'll be
That'd be
600 million.
$600,000. Oh, that's a lot of copies to sell, though. Like, to put it into perspective,
But it is
I think Halo.
Microsoft. To be fair,
Pretty sure.
it is
Yeah, this
Halo.
game is. I'm pretty sure this game's gonna like sell like 10 million copies or so.
I wouldn't be
Yeah,
surprised.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised either. But let's check. So overall, Halo sold 81 million units combined, and I think Halo 3 has sold the most.
My one and only experience with Halo is Halo 4. And from what I understand,
Did you like it?
No.
You know what you need to do, honestly, is you need to go back. Do you have the Master Chief collections?
No.
Okay. Do you have Game Pass?
I got rid of my Xbox.
Oh no. Well, it's on PC.
It
If you
is on
play
PC and
games.
PlayStation now, actually.
The Master Chief collections is on PlayStation.
Microsoft is selling the things. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Bill Gates is just
What?
wilding.
Hold on.
Bill Gates hasn't worked for him for years. He's like, oh wait, hold on.
Got two people looking things up real quick.
What? This isn't real, right?
Halo on PC on PlayStation. Let's go! Woo!
Oh, it says Halo, the new Halo anyway. It says it's not going to come to PS5 or PS4.
Xbox One bring Halo Master Chief Collection to the PS4.
The Master Chief
Okay.
collection is though.
They
Oh, it
said they
says may
wanted
not be.
to.
Oh, they wanted to. Man, I don't know. That is wild. Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
never...
anyway, what I was gonna say is I think you should go back and you should play Halo 1, 2, and 3.
I'll have
They
to
are
try it out.
fantastic games and they're a lot of fun, man. They're a lot of fun. I love Halo 1, 2, and 3. Halo Reach is great too. Halo 4, I don't really know anything about it. I couldn't tell you. I played through it maybe 1 or 2 times. Halo 5, I played through it once.
I was gonna say, from what I've heard, Halo 4 is when things started going down for the Halo franchise. Because isn't that when that one company took over?
Well, they took
343?
over when they remastered they remastered the first game. That's when
Yeah.
343 took over and remastered that. Granted, though, I think they actually used a different company to do all the graphics. So I think it was under 343's umbrella, but I think it was Saber Interactive that actually did the remastering.
A lot like when WWE 12 came out.
Probably, I don't know. I'm not familiar with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, the wrestling games are like said it was done by one company, but was secretly done by a bunch of different companies.
Oh, what I was saying, kind of. I was saying, so prior to WWE 12 releasing, SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 all the way through 2011 was done by THQ, and then THQ shut down. And they kind of fully finished the next game, but because they shut down, they couldn't really publish it under their name. So it was and because they worked with Ukes, it was published under Ukes and 2K's name, and then they started the 2K games, the 2K wrestling games.
Yeah, then Ukes like they quit sometime a couple of games ago to make an AEW game.
Yeah, they quit on WWE 2K20, and nobody was told. So they were like working with a quarter of the team, and they're like, "Oh, it's fine. We can get it out by the same time as usual." It is now considered one of the worst games ever made. It's such an unlucky turn of events. What is the worst game you guys have ever played?
Probably Vampire Rain.
Yeah, Vampire Rain.
What's that? Is it
We
the...
played that. We did a video on our YouTube channel, and it's unlisted now, but I can actually link it to you just so you can see what we're talking
Why
about.
is it unlisted? Did you say the N-word in that one too?
No. Maybe it's not unlisted, actually.
There you go.
Um,
Oh, my amazing looking face.
Yeah, I'll send it. I'll link it to you, and you can watch it. You'll be like, oh, yeah. It's not great.
Horrible games have a certain charm to them, though. Unless it's like one of those games that are so bad, it's good and bad. It's just so bad it is permanently bad.
I like watching people play bad games more than actually playing them themselves, because that's such a shit quality and charm to it that's like, yeah, I can just watch from a distance.
Dude, speaking of bad things, have either of you guys heard the song Welcome Home or Welcome Home Son by Radical Face?
Maybe. I don't know.
It's a song I really like, and my roommate and I, he's not here. Uh, his name's Ethan. My roommate and I, we have a habit of watching really shitty movies together. The worst. It started when we watched this one movie on Netflix. I'm drawing a blank to the name, but essentially what happens is this girl is like hit by a car, and she has amnesia. And then this guy visits her in the hospital and claims to be her husband. But like from the beginning, it's very clear that he's not her husband. But it's not done on purpose. It's like just genuinely bad writing, and like it's so bad my mind has erased it from memory. And we started with that. Then we watched The Kissing Booth.
It doesn't have Chatting Tatum in it.
Who's that? I don't know
Oh,
names. Is that the
oh, you don't.
black guy from the car commercials?
No, he's like an actor. He's been in. He was in a lot. He like started.
He was
his
in
career with a
21
lot of
Jump Street. He was in.
What's his name? What's his name?
Chatting Tatum.
Chatting. Okay,
I
one
think
sec.
it's double N. Channing Tatum.
Channing
Tatum.
Tatum. Sorry, Channing Tatum.
Well, we found him anyway.
Weird
Channing
name.
Tatum.
Very unique name.
No, not him. I'm just gonna look up bad Netflix movie with car commercial guy. I don't know how to spell commercial. Let's go. There we go. I spelled it wrong. I'm so cool. It's not Bad Trip. Schitt's Creek. That's also not the name of the movie. Bad Netflix movie.
Here's the name. I can just
Secret Obsession. It's called Secret Obsession. It's
Okay.
so garbage.
Look it up right now.
Jennifer.
Another movie I was thinking of, but based off like a Nicholas Sparks movie. That was kind of the same concept.
Jennifer wakes up after a traumatic attack with amnesia and a doting husband caring for her, but she soon realizes that the real danger is far from over. Ooh.
It's got Brenda Song in it from Disney Channel.
It's
And
got
the car commercial guy.
it's got the car commercial guy. It somehow has a 29% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes is like the IMDb of movie ratings. It's
Wow.
so... No, there's no way they made a sequel. Dude, I'm gonna be so slumped if they did. But anyways, after that, we watched The Kissing Booth, which... Have you guys ever seen it?
I've watched clips of it because I grew up with like 4 sisters. I think they made a second one, didn't they?
They made a second and a third one.
Okay, see, I'm only familiar with the first one.
We watched the first one, and we were like, wow, this is really shitty. And then the second one came out, and we watched it together, and we were like, wow. The Kissing Booth was in a total of 8 minutes of the second film, by the way. The first movie was entirely about making the Kissing Booth. The second movie was about them being in a Dance Dance Revolution contest. And the main character being in like a love triangle. And then the third movie is, I don't even know what it's about, but I was so upset because I love the song Welcome Home by Radical Face. And it has the song in the movie. And so it plays, and my immediate reaction was just, no! It was so upsetting. And they played some like pretty popular songs in that movie. It was so upsetting. By the way, Kissing Booth 3 only had the Kissing Booth in it for a total of 8 seconds of the overall film. It was pretty cool.
Aren't they like shorter movies too? Aren't they like 80 minutes?
They're
or something?
2 hours.
What the fuck?
So keep this in mind. I don't know about the first film, but the second and the third film are 2 hours long. In the second film, only 18 minutes of it at a push is dedicated to the Kissing Booth. And in the third film, only 8 seconds out of these 2 hours is dedicated to the actual Kissing Booth. It is so sad.
Pretty bad.
Oh yeah. And have you guys ever seen The Babysitter? Or The Vampire Babysitter? Another Netflix movie. The first one was garbage. The second one I actually really enjoyed because I have a bad opinion on things. It's probably a bad movie, like objectively, but I really liked it. It's about this kid who has a really hot babysitter, a smoking hot, absolute kahana babysitter, make me go auga, who turns out to be a vampire trying to suck his blood. And like King Bach from Vine is in it, dude. The fine guy
Oh.
was in it, and then so my roommate and I also watched that one, and we're like, wow, okay then. And then the second one came out, and King Bach was also in it. He died in the first movie, but he came back. King Bach. So now for me, in my mind, the two leading examples of bad actors on Netflix are Noah Centineo and King Bach. They plague every movie that's horrible there. Thane, what have you seen any
Sucks.
exceptionally bad movies?
Like the classic ones, like The Room and Birdemic.
I've never seen The Room.
Yeah.
You should watch it, dude. The
All
room
I
is great.
all I know
It's
is
so
he's like
good because
he's
it's so bad.
have you seen Tommy Wiseau's audition tape for Heath Ledger's Joker?
Did
Like,
he actually audition?
I don't know if it's an actual audition tape, but it's actually
It was
him,
a
and he's like,
joke.
"Do
It
you
was-
know why I got these scars?" He's like screaming at the camera. It's
The room's great. There's another one. Saying what was that Neil Breen one
Neil.
where he's?
Is
Bunch
it
of one.
is it the one with his twin brother?
I'm not sure. There's two. There's two
double
clips that
take-
I'm
it's
thinking of.
double
They could
take.
be the same movie, but there's one clip where he just lays face flat in a pool, and then there's another clip where this guy kills himself, and he's like holding his bloody body, and he's like, "Why did you kill yourself?" Or what's the line thing? I can't believe you've done this.
Yeah.
Suicide. I can't believe you committed
I
suicide.
can't believe you committed suicide. Why have you done
No.
this? No.
And my favorite line is, "I can't help you out of this one, Jim. I just can't help you." It's like,
It's like, no crap, dog. Of course you can't help him out of that.
There's
freaking
another
college.
there's another scene with from a Neil Breen movie, and he's like, AI, artificial intelligence, they eat, sleep, dream. It's just AI eating, sleeping, and dreaming. He's like, bullets, artificial bullets. And it's the same movie where it's like a mustache taped on.
Nice.
It's the one with his evil twin brother, who
I'd have to
turns out
watch
to be
that
an
one.
alien. The only reason I've seen that one is because Moist Critical reacted to it one time. From what I understand, there's one trailer where he just has his cock out, full out for everyone to see. Neil Breen cock.
Yikes.
Neil Breen cock the movie. Let's go.
I'll take 7.
It's just like the entire movie is like him swaying his dick around, and he drew like eyes and a smiley face on it. It's a stop motion production.
He's got googly eyes glued to his wiener.
Let's go.
Oh, yikes.
That'd be pretty epic.
Well, Speak, we only got a little bit of time left, but I got a couple questions for you, actually, if you don't mind.
No, I do mind. No,
How
go
did
ahead.
you
Go ahead.
how did you come up with the name Speaking
Okay.
Easy?
So, Speakingeazy obviously comes from the name Speakeazy. So I guess that it kind of ties in. I made the name Speakeazy because my channel was originally founded off of Call of Duty Zombies content. And at the time, my favorite map was Mob of the Dead, which is a map that takes place on Alcatraz Island. And on it, the M1927 or the Tommy gun is on it, and when Pack-a-Punch, it's called the Speakeazy with an S. And this was on the 360, and it reminded me way back when I actually had my 360. There was this dude who, his name was something Queasy, and every time I scrolled by him, I'd go, Speakeazy, who's this man? And then I'd look at him and I'm like, oh, it's okay. And so I was thinking of a name, and I was like, I could just do Speakeazy. And so I did that. And there's been a couple of humorous interactions I've had about it, because I told my teacher, and she's like, you mean like the bar? And I was like, the what? And then from a misunderstanding, I thought it was a gay bar. I thought speakeasies were underground gay bars for gay men when gay was bad. And then I realized it wasn't, because of another teacher. And then through that, I realized through time that Speakeazy is such an adaptable name. For example, if I wanted, say, a podcast, I could do Speakingeazy. If I wanted to do something else, I could do speak clearly. So like if I was doing a debate channel, I could do Speak Clearly, something to that effect. And so I ended up making the podcast with Scooby just because I was bored, and I ended up going with Speakingeazy.
Cool.
Yes, you said couple questions though.
Yeah. So my next one was, what got you into YouTube, and how long have you been doing it? Because from what I take it, you're not very. I mean, you're still pretty young right now.
Yeah, I'm 15. I've been doing YouTube since I was like 10. Kind of. I have this channel. It's my school account. Which I managed to make videos from. And it was my full name, which I don't disclose, but it was my full name.
Mhm.
And the reason I remember this so much was because it was really cringy. I had like 4 videos. One of them I made a "I'm gonna drink bleach" joke, and then another one thing that it haunts me. It haunts me like a ghost. I said, if I get enough subscribers, I'm gonna ask Leafy is here permission to use one of his jokes. So anti-plagiarism I was. And then that channel ended up. I made a 1 hour long Skate 3 video, where it was literally just me and my friend playing Skate 3. I uploaded it, and it got taken down for being too long, and I was never able to upload a video again on that channel. Ironic, because I still upload hour-long videos.
Yeah, you can. You just have to. So I've learned over the years, you have to verify your YouTube channel
Oh.
to upload longer than 15 minutes. So.
And then after that, I made another Call of Duty centered channel called Dr. 1 Richtofen 935, which honestly, with a name like that, I'm surprised it didn't take off. And in it, my first video was like an hour long, and it was me reacting to every single Black Ops 4 trailer without audio. Oh my god, I am so smart. I was wearing earbuds at the time when I was watching it, and because I was using, I think, Mobazin on my phone, it didn't pick up the audio because it was going through my earbuds. So it's literally just an hour of me watching these trailers and saying things, and there's no sound from the trailers. It got copyright claimed. And
Nice.
then I don't remember what else I did on that channel. I was going to do like a 5 hour long video where I read through the entire Zombies history, which thank God I didn't do that. That would have been so sad. But my last video I ended up uploading to that was a video of me and my friend playing Spec Ops on Modern Warfare 2. And I had my phone propped up to my television, which is on the wall, and I propped it up in such a terrible way that I only captured the bottom half of the screen, which wasn't my half of the screen. And I had Bo Burnham playing the entire time from like another phone off in the corner. And I was like, oh my
Nice.
god, I'm gonna get so many views. So I'd sit there and I'd click on it, go back, click on it, and so like when you hover over it, it would say it had like 500 views, and then you click on it, and it says like 7 views.
Uh-huh.
And it had one of those really obnoxious intros where the name like flies all around, and there's like loud bum 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 bum. And then after that, like I said, I made this channel. Originally, I made this channel just so I could like videos, or not like, but comment. And the first video I ever like as far as I'm aware that I ever really made was Batman does an epic gamer move and breaks his dance instructor's arm, and it's a glitch that happened when I was playing the end of Arkham Asylum. I went to do an instant takedown on someone, and it's right before the room where it's right in the room right before you fight Titan Joker. Right as I go to do the takedown, one of the Titans slammed into the guy, so I'm over there going like to nothing. And
Nice.
then immediately after was Batman gets the epic victory royale over the Joker, and then Joker sings a sad song, and it's just this Easter egg song that Joker sings at the end of Arkham City, followed by a couple of shitpost streams, a really bad review of season 2 for Black Ops 4, bad because there was no audio from my end, so it's literally just gameplay. And then I actually I started speedrunning Undertale, like I've said so vehemently in the past. And I got into some legal trouble for a period of time, for like 3, 4, 5 months, and I was without internet. I ended up finding a way to get back into internet, and I spent this time watching these hour to 3 hour long video essays by The Right Opinion. And I was like, these are actually really entertaining. I just kind of like the whole idea of listening to things while I do other stuff. So I wanted to do that. And so I came back with more zombies-related content, but they were all video essays about each map. And if you've watched them now, it slowly turns from borderline plagiarization to an actual original creation. And I've gone through that, and over the time, I still have roots in commentary. I still make commentary videos. Um, and I still stream. Not as much because for me, streaming isn't that fun. Because it's for me, I feel like streaming relies a lot on the audience you have, and if you have an
Mm-hmm.
audience that doesn't really interact with the stream, it's kind of just you sitting there and talking to no one. So I slow down on the streams. And now I don't upload that often, but I do make sure to upload once a month with a new video essay. So that's how I started. Did you have any other questions?
No, I think that was it.
What about you,
That's pretty
Thane?
cool though.
You
Um, I don't know. What do you want me to ask?
okay? Well, if you guys have any other time, why did you start making videos?
Oh, you want to go
'Cause
first, Thane?
I always wanted to do. I always wanted to make videos ever since I saw like people like John Tron and Angry Video Game Nerd, all the way back in the day. I was like, man, I want to do that, and I hear you can do it for a living. I was like, dang, but it's not as easy as it seems.
It's really not.
Those guys had a formula and they ran with it, and
Well, and they were early on it too. That's the
yeah,
thing.
they were the pioneers.
Making videos is way harder
And
than I
actually, like,
thought.
it's more like people like the nostalgia critic who like really wanted. I wanted to make like movie reviews, and nostalgia critics content. I think today is not very good.
People just
They-
shit on him everywhere you
Yeah,
look.
yeah,
It's just a
it's
clip of
like
him typing.
yeah, yeah, like that. Yeah, it's like
Looks like you're having a
yeah.
stroke, but yeah. Yeah, no, video content creation is not as easy as I thought. I used to think that it was just you can record flawlessly and then upload it. Oh my god, if that was the case, I wouldn't have spent a week working on a 20-minute video. Ooh. What
But
about
it is well, and the thing is the more videos you make, then the more time you end up spending on the newer videos because you're like, oh, well, if I take another 20 minutes, I can add this effect, or if I take another 20 minutes on top of that, I want to add this and this and this and this, and then you're like, "Ugh, I've spent two
like
weeks on this. I need to just release it. You know what I mean?
I've
Because
spent 3 hours on like a 2-minute section of a video. It's it's so sad, dude. Not
yep,
sad, but like the amount of effort that actually goes into making videos. Not to say that not anyone can do it. Actually, no, I will say that not anybody can do it. It's actually a very demanding thing to do because of all of the yeah, like for me. And obviously I'm pretty different in terms of like how I do it. I write. I conceive, write, edit, watch through, and do the thumbnails all on my own, and it's such a burden, dude. And I'm sure it's very, from what I understand, you guys edit your own videos too.
yeah, mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I assume it's the same. It's just like, it's so much harder than it looks. What looks like a simple, like 20 to hour long video can take months to make.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm actually, I guess I could, whoever listens to this podcast, I've been working on a project for like 4 months. Like I've had the video written and scripted. I played the game back during the summertime, and I'm still continually working on it. I don't even. It might not come out until next year, to be honest. But the cool thing is, though, just bringing this all the way back full circle is, yeah, we spend a lot of time on little tiny sections, but it's like we do things. We'll spend an hour on 3 frames or 3 seconds. You know what I mean? And it's like nobody's gonna even notice that we did this except us. There are a few people out there, but even like camera angles for certain shots where you're like, whoa, how'd they get that camera angle? Or did they literally do it that way? You know what I mean? It gets people thinking. But anyway, to bring it back full circle, I think the reason we do it, or at least for me personally, is I just really like doing it. I would much rather spend, 2 months working on a video than not. You know what I mean? I really like making YouTube videos, and I think that's why we keep doing it, obviously.
Yeah, for me, to, by the same notion with that one video you and I collaborated on, I took that break because I just didn't want to play the game. And when I got close to finishing editing it, I had two thoughts at this, like simultaneously going through my mind. One being, Jesus Christ, thank God it's finally over. But at the other, and then right after that thought, I'd go, holy shit, it's finally over. What now? And so like for a solid,
Yeah.
after a solid week after that video was ready to be uploaded, that entire wait between Saturday and Thursday, I was just kind of in this really low, like depression slump because I was like, what
What now?
what now?
Yeah.
Because it was over the summer. I had nothing to do.
Yeah. No, I get that, dude. It's happened to me too. But what I do now to combat that, and I've got my little sticky note here, is I've got tons of projects I'm always wanting to work on. So after I finish one, I've already got another one that I'm going to work on. So I'm constantly, for me, how it helps me is I'm constantly working on a video, and then I'm always playing through a game or whatever it is that I'm doing a video on next. If I'm reviewing a manga, I'm reading the manga. If I'm doing a show, I'm watching the show or whatever, you know what I mean? So it's like, I feel you, dude. My mind's the same way. If I'm not working on something, and it doesn't necessarily have to be YouTube, but if I'm not working on something, I feel you, dude. You just get in this weird mindset where you're just like, man,
I'm constantly
what do I do?
I'm constantly stuck because I don't want to do work, and then I really want to do work, and I'm so happy right now because I like I've told you guys, I do two teaching cadet classes. One I do with my old English teacher, and the other I do with my old drama teacher. And I remembered my English teacher does this section on motifs and themes, and they're boring as fuck. So I asked, and I got permission, and so I decided I could make a video for that class, for that section. And that is why I have my video essay coming out now. It's like, it's at the same notion, it's so hard to come up with certain ideas when you stick to one specific formula.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, and that's, I don't know. I get that too. I mean, even with my videos, I have got a formula that I enjoy and works for me, but I'm always trying to spice it up. What's something I can do differently? How can I make this video better than the previous one, you know? So I'm not saying it's easy because it's not. You know, you
Yeah.
got YouTubers that have been doing the same thing for 10 years and it still works. I mean,
There's-
that's just life.
Not to mention the fact that YouTube is an ever-growing, constantly changing landscape. So for some people, you can't just do the same thing for years on end. Some
Yeah.
people are lucky. Like some niches will gather an audience. Like for me, video essays as a niche, people fucking love them. And if people like your video essays, they're more likely to continuously come. But like for people who do like gaming videos, it's so easy to replace them.
Hmm.
So like when you do gaming videos, you have to have a good personality.
Yeah. Well, fun fact, because this is like pretty relatable to what we're talking about, is we actually started out, and most of it is privated now. You can find everything we've ever put on YouTube. You can find it. You just have to look for it because it's all unlisted. But we used to just only do Let's Plays. And what's funny is when we first started, Thane always said, "Hey, let's do a review style show." We just never did because for one, the equipment we were using was just garbage. We were like, it was the oldest, worst computer you could ever use, and this was back in 2014. So like, there was good equipment, but we were using a computer from 2007 or whatever. You know what I mean?
Copying
Just a
me?
hot garbage freaking box. But anyway, we started out doing Let's Plays, and we did that for like up until just like 2 years ago, even. So when we switched from doing Let's Plays, which were getting 0 views, and we had 30 subscribers, you know, not that many, to we switched to doing video essays, then that's when we saw our channel actually kind of start to roll. Like we had a video, I guess you could say go viral. Like it's got almost 700,000 views. I think that's viral now. Anyway, once we switched our style to doing something different, that's when we started to see success. So yeah, I mean, you're right. YouTube is forever and always changing. So you kind of just
Kind of
roll
just gotta
with it.
roll with the punches, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for joining me today. It's been absolutely amazing to have both you, Thane, and you, Skylar. Are there
Yeah,
any
it's been fun, man.
do you guys have any closing remarks?
Um, I don't know. I mean, it's a pleasure to meet you finally. Like you've been hanging out with us for what's it been? 6 months now. When did you find our Undertale video? Was that the first one
Like
you
a
found us
year
on?
ago.
A
At this
year
point,
ago.
one sec. Let me go to my channel. Because that video took me 9. Wait, hold on. My new video finally finished. Uh, oh, dude, I'm gonna cry. It's been blocked so many times. Ew. Well, okay. But back to the topic at hand. Okay, guess I'm managing my account. Dude, sometimes YouTube is mean and bad. I have like 3 pages loading right now. It's gonna be... Okay, pause that. Go here. people are unsubscribing. That's a shame. That's a real shame. So, my Undertale video came out 8 months ago. It took me 9 months to make, which means I've been seeing your guys' content for at least 2 years.
Wow.
That being said, the Life is Strange video came out 1 month ago. Took me 6 total months to make, so yeah, 7 months. So it's been like 7 to 9 months that we've been talking, the lot of us.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it's been great to finally meet you all too. It's
Yeah, for
honestly
sure.
enjoyable. What's not enjoyable is the fact that my video keeps getting blocked, but we don't talk about that.
I feel your pain, dude. I feel your pain. Seeing that red X
That
saying
red
nope.
eye. Nope, no one can watch.
Uh,
Idiots. It's a shame. But yeah, well, like I said, thank you guys for coming on. It's been a pleasure to have you. If you guys ever want to come back on again, I think you know where to find me. I would hope so.
yeah, we got you. We
Yeah.
got you. We'll
Nice.
talk to your PR agent. Your not
Yeah,
PR
my-
agent.
my
Your
P-
booking agent.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. See you all
Yeah,
later.
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Take it easy.
And thank you guys for watching so much.
All
This
right.
has been the Speaking Easy podcast with the Rad Cats. They'll be linked down below, along with their Patreon. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.